Good night to everybody. My name is Nectalí Sandoval, and I'm a second year student. That I'll be talking about agriculture versus industry, and I will also talk about which is more important. And also I will try to give my point of view of which is more important or if both are important, and we'll see. Okay, first of all, um, agriculture and industry versus industry has become a very popular topic to take a debate on it, and I see agriculture and industry as the key point of economic growth, as an opportunity of being in competitive markets, to develop new international trade and letting know the developed countries that they have this desire to invest in themselves. Um, how I was I was reading, I found three important websites. The first one is the one that Mr. Sosa um, gave us. Then I had another one that it was an article from the India that is named Yutkis Awas, and I also found another that is from the Taylor and Francis online that has the topic that agriculture versus industry in development policy. And well, specifically, I'll talk about a case in India, um, that they had this problem that people thought that the government didn't have a plan for it, and they just start investing in industrialized areas. So, well, according to the youth case, I was India is considered to be in the next years one of the super global um, powers, because of its rapid pace of industrialization. Also, India is one of the countries with the biggest industrial development worldwide in the recent 20 years. India's industrial growth has been a hugely thus it has a major contribution to India's economic growth in rate in 2010 and 2011. Also, the thing about it is that India is increasing so fast that they don't know what to do. The problem with this is that India is a country that is very dedicated to agriculture. Um, like 80% of the people that live in India, they work in agricultural areas. They work in the plants, or either they they do something with the crops. So now India sees this opportunity to increase their supply. And well, why is this controversial? This is very controversial due to their their huge development. They are expanding and making new industrialized areas. And the thing is that the government decided to start a large scale industrialization project without thinking twice if this will be a benefit or not for everybody. Um, many people think that this is not going to make a progress because um because some people realize that the importance of industries to sustain the economic part and stabilize as well will strengthen the present government. But um, I think that this may be a good thing for them, but it may not because um, I was reading that they they consider this to be like the tip of the iceberg. Why? Okay, sometimes the government knows that unplanned industrialization will lead to chaos, but in order to corporate houses and get them to make maximum investments in the country, they take away the land of these farmers. So the government in this case now knows that the farmers have no basic knowledge of how an industry works and how they will benefit from the whole exercise. So it takes advantage. Um, I, they consider that the government is going to take advantage of their illiteracy, of their inexperience in dealing with these politicians, with the bureaucrats, and they will lie and they will make false promises. But we'll see. I think that this will be good for them. And no, you have to adapt to new stuff. And now, am I on favor or not? I consider that industrialization and industry goes together. There is no doubt that this is very important, and but the thing that if like in this country can happen in other countries, if poor farmers tend to get excluded from the group of beneficiaries, then it, it will lose his significance because the idea of industrializing a country, an area, and specifically is to have more jobs, to start living better, um, to start making trades with other people. So I consider that agriculture is the backbone of industry. Well, this is what stated by the article of Jude Galwas, but how it was said before, without industry means tea without milk. For a complete comfort, industry as well as agriculture should develop simultaneously. So it's not the issue of having farms or having machinery or having industrialized zones. It is the issue of having both of them. Hence, having agriculture and having industry, it is the issue. It's not having them by separate, it's having them together. So, also as George Washington said once, agriculture is the most helpful and most useful and most noble employment of man. So if we combine this agriculture with industry, we will probably gain a lot. If you're interested in money, in any profit, you get good profit. If you're interested on getting better in your particular area, you will get it. So I think that, how I said before, they have to go together. They have to be better, and maybe this is what happened in India. It will be something good, But the many people that are very backward, yes, that they don't like changes, but they have to get used to it. But this is how life works. So I invite you to read more about this topic, to get more informed, to get more more interested in it, because um, industry like that is has a lot of potential, and agriculture is like the base of everything. So um, we have to consider that these two goes together. So that's it. Thank you for your attention and have a good night.
Vale, lo grabé y no tiene